Hello everyone, this is Tom Green, and this is my chart of accounts assignment for my company Trail Wizards. So essentially what this is a food truck that's going to go alongside, we're looking into a property along the Appalachian Trail where we want to provide more services, but this would be more of a branch off of that, uh, focusing specifically on meeting the hikers on the trail and providing them with food and services. So right off the bat, looking into the price of the trailer itself, the one I found, I have at $9,150. There was a fully finished kitchen food trailer that I found that's very similar, that was going for $21,999. But for the purposes of this assignment, I wanted to build the kitchen myself and get a feel for how much all of the equipment would cost. So starting out, we have things like our refrigerators, soda fountains. The soda fountain was the first piece of advice from my expert. He talked about how expensive bottled drinks can get, and that these machines, though expensive and upfront, can end up being a huge money saver in the long run. We have our generator that's going to be running on gasoline, and power all the electrical appliances within the trailer. Then we have our propane fryer, sink, and propane grill. I initially was going to go with the charcoal grill, but my expert walked me through why propane was a bigger money saver and the conversion rate that goes along with figuring out how much fuel you need versus how much power the trailer requires. Moving down, we have our freezers, the hot dog warmer. This was a suggestion based on getting the product in front of the customer. If the customer sees the product, they're more likely to buy it, and this would be a better way for us to keep it stored. Our propane tanks are 40-pound tanks, and this is going to be based on, so there's two of them based on our needs for our power output. And we have our prep tables, two menu boards, one for our shop items and then one for our food items. Our ice machine, spatula and cooking utensils, cash register, garbage cans. And again, these are all based off of bulk prices or what I could find on Amazon or cheaper online. Coffee maker, first aid kits. It's better to have one than to not have one. Food safety thermometer. So talking about health inspections in the state of Tennessee, you also need permits for food handling. So this was something that I hadn't considered, but it's going to be very important for our inspections. Moving into insurance, we wanted to go with general liability and then the commercial auto insurance just to make sure that we are completely covered. In Tennessee, you're required to have a vehicle license fee and then your business license fee, and then, like I said, your food handler's permit. So our total startup expenses are coming out to $21,837.38. This was kind of a wake-up call for me. I've always looked at food trucks as a cheaper alternative, but as my expert said when he looked at my first draft, basically told me it's not a hot dog stand. It's a very expensive piece of equipment. It requires a lot of maintenance and a lot of consideration. So this is pretty much exactly what the fully fitted one costs. So it's kind of interesting that this customized one would be about the same price. Moving into our ongoing expenses, again, gasoline and propane are our two highest costs, and these are based off of those calculations I made based on the amount of fuel required based on what our equipment would need. We went with 112.5 pounds, so that's four burgers per pound. and we're expecting to sell 450 burgers. So we had 480 slices of cheese, 450 buns. For hot dogs, I went a little lower. I went with 192 hot dogs. For fries, this was a big addition based on the recommendation from the expert. He basically told me having a fryer uh, after the upfront cost is a very cheap way to sell sides to go along with a lot of your mains that can make a lot of money. Um, and then our hot dog buns there. Portable phone chargers. So while you're out on the trail, you can't charge your phone. This would be a way for them to keep walking. And I'll show you later on how we can go about doing that. Coffee, we're going to be buying 14 pounds up front. With some of these items, we are buying a lot in bulk because it's a little cheaper. So this means some of these ongoing monthly expenses won't roll over into next month, but I just wanted to include them because I figure there'll be repeat purchases in the future. The syrups, bulk, these can make anywhere from 200 to 400 drinks depending on the size of the cups. So that was another consideration, but I definitely saw the price difference between that and bottles. The paper trays were a change. Initially, I was going with paper plates, which I still have on here, but these food trays are better for catching grease, which would work better for the fries and burgers. We have our coffee cups, sugars, sweeteners. Again, garbage bags, we ordered a lot. Same thing with utensils. We want to make sure that we have a lot in case we need it, but I don't see us needing 2,000 coffee filters, but you save by going in bulk. The gloves and hairnets were two that I didn't consider, but the health department is going to be looking for those. We wanted to make sure that we ordered enough of those for our staff. So moving into our revenue generators, we have our hamburger, double hamburger, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, mozzarella sticks, hot dogs, and fries. So these are our hot items that we're going to be selling. The prices are based on local restaurant prices, and then we did put a little bit of a markup because we are bringing the product directly to them. To figure out how many burgers we're going to sell, I had to do a little bit of a formula here to account for double and cheeseburgers and hamburgers using more meat. So overall, these are the amounts that we're assuming we sold all that we ordered, we'd be able to produce. So this would be our total $3,556 that we'd be expecting to make if we sold everything that we ordered. And again, the cost per unit, a cheeseburger is going to include the bun, the cheese, and the burger versus hamburgers, just the burger and the bun. So it doesn't include ketchup or anything like that. Those are just going to be in our monthly costs. Moving down, the fountain sodas. You can really see here how cheap these are coming in versus something like the Smart Water where we're paying $1 per bottle. This is going to be a lot cheaper over the coming months. It'll be a great way for us to make revenue. Coffee is another great one. We have enough coffee to brew 1,100 cups, but I had about 10 a day. I figure in coffee, it's a big item with hikers because they can't carry the equipment into the woods with them. So that'll be a good one for us and very cheap. The camp supplies and snacks. Our Mountain House meals. These are freeze-dried meals that hikers bring. They're very popular, but they're hard to find. They have them in some Walmarts, but mainly in like Cabela's or bigger hunting fishing stores. So we can get them in bulk for $9.99, and we want to mark those up to about $20 or $19.99 for everyone we sell. The smart bottles. The reason we go with the Smart Water is because there are these filters that they make that are called Sawyer squeezes that are the most commonly used water filtration method on the trail. The filters from those actually can screw off and fit right on top of these smart water bottles. So hikers like to use them and they like to switch them out whenever they get the opportunity. So this would be a great way to make a little revenue there. Cliff Bars, brownies, Quaker bars, Slim Jims, ramen noodles. These are all very common items for hikers to carry. So overall, our revenue for that is going to be $2,811.70. So for our portable battery packs, because we are looking at a location on the trail, we would want to put this food truck about 10 miles prior to where our location is. It would make people aware that we had a place for them to stop, but it would also give us the chance to actually rent these battery packs out to people. So we can, of course, sell it with a markup, and I have that at $29.99. We purchase it for $16.99. But for a $5 rental, they can take it. We get a picture of their credit card to hold on file, and they can carry that forward and then just drop it off at the location. So in total, our total monthly revenues come out to $8,992.10. Those monthly ongoing expenses from the previous tab came out to $5,091.74, which gives us our monthly net profit of $39,036. Of course, that's going to take a good amount of time to pay this off, but this is a side business, is actually very promising, and it's definitely something we're going to be looking into further. All right, thank you guys. This was my chart of accounts for Trail Wizards food truck. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.